All right, sorry. I didn't realize I was going live. Let me adjust some stuff. So, the governor made some changes. And this isn't the ideal setup, so you'll just have to bear with me. Hey, Hunter, how's it going, man? So feel free to comment. Oh, I'm sideways. I thought it rotated with me. Sorry. Am I less sideways? Hi, Matt. So if there are any issues, let me know. I'm Hunter, but there's also a kid named Hunter watching on YouTube. So I'm on YouTube here, and I'm on Instagram there. So I'm going to be like, we had some changes in what the government is going to allow as we deal with this coronavirus. So one of the things that they said, that the schools closed. And this morning they came out and said that no group can meet bigger than 250. And even more recently, within the last couple hours, they said if your group meets, if 250 people meet basically in the same building. So like at our church, we don't always have 250 people in one service, but since we have two services, that counts. Since we might have 400 people on a service or 350 people on a Sunday, we can't meet. So that applies to our youth ministry. And since the schools aren't meeting, we kind of try and match up their schedules, and there's all kinds of moving pieces here. The short of it is that we cannot physically meet in the church. So that changes what ministry looks like for Route 28. Hey, Garrett, how you doing, man? Like I said, the reason for the change is we want to honor the government's request. If you go to the church Facebook page, we did a video kind of explaining what the whole overall what we're doing service, the children's ministry are doing a little bit of what we're doing. But the purpose behind it is matching the schools, respecting and honoring the government's wishes, and really the overall safety of our people. And our community, because the more we learn about this virus, the more like you can feel totally fine, have the virus, go some days without symptoms. So there's all kinds of issues with meeting and concerns, not necessarily issues. But because the church is so much bigger than a building, we are still going to do ministry. It's just going to look a little different for the next few weeks. So instead of meeting Sunday nights at youth group with two separate groups, what we're going to do is 6 p.m.-ish live stream, much like this, where I'll be in the Root Hub, and we'll do some games. We'll continue our After You series that we've been going through this month. Next month, in April, the first week, we won't be able to meet in the morning, but we'll be able to do Palm Sunday in the evening. So things will be moving during the week, because we're moving to an online youth ministry. We're going to be doing a little bit more. So some of you might be familiar with the Discord app, Discord. We're going to be doing some stuff on Discord. We might do some our a high school discipleship community on Zoom. We could I might stream some Call of Duty or Fortnite or something and invite you guys to be a part of that. There are so many things that we have the opportunity to do because we're all at home on our phones, on our computers, waiting, looking for stuff to do. We might do some online Bible study, a daily devotional, something like that, or bi-daily, every other daily. I don't know, whatever that. We're gonna look at doing some cahoots. Yeah, yeah, good call. It's a good thing we still have internet. There's all kinds of things we've been doing. I've been looking at various ministries across the country and what those guys are doing, what other churches are doing, churches much bigger than us, churches much smaller than us, different ways we can utilize the internet to still meet and to still encourage one another as we seek to make God known. And my challenge is that don't let the lack of structure or the lack of a physical youth meeting stop you from seeking God. And you actually have an opportunity, since we have a little bit of time off from school, you have a little bit more time to dig into the word and to seek God more intentionally. And if you want to know what that looks like, if you're confused or don't know where to start, I would encourage you to start with the book of John. Just read a few chapters and write down what you think it's saying. And you can always ask me questions or ask your parents or but our desire is that over these next few weeks that you not grow further from God, but that you have less distractions and you grow closer to him. So we're not going to do anything tomorrow, but Sunday night we are going to have youth group online at 6 p.m. for both groups. We're going to have a couple cahoots. We're going to do, I'm going to introduce some other text-based games. So we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So make sure that you're here online 6 p.m. on Sunday night. And we may even, I'm still trying to work out the kinks and the details, do our high school discipleship community on Sunday morning. But I believe the church service is going to be at about 9 o'clock online live. So we will meet probably 10 or 11 if I can get all the technology working. If not, we'll save that till next week. There are a few people watching. We got it right around 10 people watching. Are there any questions about or suggestions on what we can do? Because I'm looking at YouTube Live. I'm looking at, we had talked about the hashtag, driving around doing hashtags. I'm looking at like scavenger hunts around your house, and the first person to get me a picture of a cat gets something, or that sort of stuff. We have some fun things planned. The most important thing for you to do is Instagram and Facebook will be the ones that we should focus on putting information out on. And then YouTube will probably be one of our main streaming services because it works so well with Facebook. Instagram Live, anytime we YouTube Live, we'll probably have a Instagram Live companion going as well. I think that's it. The best way for you to stay informed is to like our or follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page, and then subscribe to us on YouTube. Why don't they have one word for everything? Like, I don't like that I have to say like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our Facebook or our YouTube. Anyway, I'm really glad that you joined us. It's a really short video. I don't have a whole lot more to say, but as we navigate this coronavirus pandemic, that sounds like a scary word. Don't freak out. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't be anxious, because God is always in control. God is sovereign. And even though we're not in school and we're not at youth group, and we lose a little bit of structure and there's a little bit of unknown, God, like Pastor Jeremiah said in his video the other day, God wasn't caught off guard by the coronavirus. And God isn't caught off guard by anything that's happened since. So God's in control. He loves you. He cares about you, and He wants a relationship with you. And as we transform our ministry temporarily to an online ministry, I'm looking forward to going down this road and figuring out what God has for us on this little mini season. All right, that's all we got. We'll see you Sunday night.